I'm Kenneth Pasley. I graduated from Jacksonville University in 2015 with my bachelor's degree in communications with a focus in public relations. I'm the founder of SaySo Productions, which is a digital marketing and brand management agency, and we work with different clients of all kinds, nonprofit organizations, restaurants, entrepreneurs, and small businesses of all statures. And what we aim to do is to grow their brand much more than they can do on their own. Learn to love numbers. I never was the smartest in math. I was decent, but when it came down to certain math equations, I didn't even want to look at it. But in your career, you should learn to love those numbers, especially when it comes down to public relations and digital marketing, because those numbers are going to be your indicator as to what you're doing. You can have a feel for things, but having a feel for things does not equate into the bigger picture. Being able to sit there and say, hey, these are the changes that we made within this campaign, these are the strategies and tactics that we utilize, but here are the numbers of what has happened because of our actions. Those numbers will speak for itself. And it can be in analytics. It can be in funds raised for an organization. Those numbers may come in different shapes and sizes, but learning to love those numbers will make life so much easier. The second piece of advice I would say is to not try to recreate the wheel. I feel like a lot of people think that it's necessary to start things from scratch. A lot of people have this stigma, whatever you want to call it, that they can't take what is already out there and use it for themselves and put a little spin on it. But I think that is important to understand, that you don't have to create the newest thing under the sun. A lot of things that you're thinking or looking to do has already been done, and you can take bits and pieces from the already established things. And the third piece of advice, learn to pivot. You will not have the answer to everything. And what you'll soon realize, if you're not into the career path just yet, a lot of people are still learning as they go. No matter if they are the newest member of a company or the founder of a company. As time goes on, you'll start to realize that no matter what stage of your career you're at, you'll never have all of the answers. So what does this mean? Do what you can and do it now, but when things come about that you don't have the answer for a particular thing, or you're struggling with something, pivot. So if you're going in one direction and you find that this direction is no longer working for you, learn to move a little bit to this side and say, okay, this is not working, well, let's try this. And that's what your career will be consisted of. Things that you can do that works very well, and then when it doesn't work too well, you pivot on this side, because there'll always be wrenches thrown in whatever plan you have. I guarantee it. You may not want to hear it, but you're going to come across situations where you want to have the answer to any possible question that may come up, but there may be that one instance that you did not prepare for, you didn't plan for. But you can't just sit there and say, oh, well, I didn't plan for this, so I can't do it. You have to pivot. And that pivot will get you to that next step. And again, everything that you do in life will require pivots. And it's no different than personal life than it is your career life.